What's going on, everybody? This is MattDoesFitness, and my friend keeps telling me I'm in the closet. I will say it's none of your business. Okay, this is my bench press highlights from week 2 of my 4th cycle, and you may detect a slight nasal quality to my voice. That's because I'm a little bit ill. If you watched my deadlift video from earlier in the week, then thank you for being loyal. If you didn't watch it, then what is wrong with you, you disgusting, disloyal dirtbag? In that video, I really struggled. My deadlifts were pretty crap, and obviously I'm assuming this is part of the reason. I must have been kind of coming down with something then, and it's kind of hit me now, and I'm not, I don't feel really bad. I'm just not feeling great, just blocked up and just feeling a little bit sorry for myself right now. Anyway, this is my first bench press session of the week, and it was I don't know, mixed, reasonably good. So I went for 3 sets of 5 at 132.5 kilos, 292 pounds. I've never got that for 3 sets of 5 before. Got the first set of 5 and felt pretty good in doing so. The first 4 reps particularly felt really good. Obviously these are all paused reps, which basically my plan is right now to kind of mix touch and go and pause. Here's my second, end of my second set, and you see there, I failed, but I failed in style, as is the MattDoesFitness way. If you haven't seen it before, I've failed loads of times previously. I'm a little bit of a dab hand at doing this now. Basically, lower the bar very slowly to your chest, roll it down to your stomach, and then push it down as you sit up in one kind of swift movement, and it comes off pretty easy. I've done that with a lot more weight than that, and I mean, the worst you get is a little kind of bruising on your stomach, but generally speaking, it's okay. So I personally I'm happy to do that, and I will always tell a spotter not to touch the bar, just let me have it, because I'd rather not get a rep whilst trying than someone help me, because obviously if they help me it doesn't count. Obviously I'm referring there to singles, heavy singles, and when I'm kind of going for PRs. Right, there's my third set, and I didn't get all 5 again, so I pretty much failed that session. I wanted to get 3 sets of 5. In the end I got 5, 4 and 4, I think, which is still not a bad effort. It's still the most I've done at that weight, but yeah, a little bit frustrating. But I'm not too fussed, because last week I smashed 353 pounds, so who friggin' cares? Like I said a minute ago, the plan is to mix touch and go and pause work, because I think that's definitely the way forward for me. So I'm probably just going to alternate, but I'll see how I get on in that department. Right, following the bench, accessory work-wise, I kind of focused on chest in the first session. So you can see here, I'm doing some dumbbell chest press, reasonably heavy. And by reasonably heavy, I mean the heaviest dumbbells in the gym, because our gym is not particularly well equipped. I did 3 sets of, I think, 13 down to about 8 perhaps. I then did some dumbbell chest flies. I always like to go relatively light with these, because I feel like I hit my chest more so. Although looking at me there, I can see all kinds of lateral shoulder engagement. I did 3 sets of, I think, 12ish of these. Again, my shoulders felt good. I mean, I don't want to jinx it. I'm touching wood as we speak. Again, that's a bit of a dubious statement. But my shoulders are feeling really good. They have been for about 3 weeks now, basically since my competition. Yeah, my shoulders have felt the best they've felt in a long time, and it's kind of making everything feel better, and also has obviously led or helped lead to that bench press PR last week. Anyway, that was my first session. It's done. Now, second session of the week, like I said, alternating touch and go and pause. So this session I went for some touch and go work, and this was pretty bloody good. I wanted to do a double at 150 kilos, 331 pounds, which I've never done before, and spoiler alert, I did it. Now, like I said, I mean, my kind of thinking is that with the touch and go work, partly just to kind of mix it up. I feel like I've been doing the same thing for a long time now, my pause work, and although it was working really well, I started to plateau a bit, so I just felt like it was time to change. And that would be my advice to anyone out there who is hitting or is currently experiencing a bit of a plateau. Just mix something up. It doesn't need to be a huge thing, but just make changes, little adaptations to your schedule, and I'm sure majority of the time that will kind of help get you through that plateau. It's all about mixing things up, keeping things fresh, keeping your body guessing, keeping the adaptations and the gains going. Now, Like I said, that first set I got it for a double, which I'm really, really pleased with. I've never done that before, not even got close to that really, so I think that bodes really well. And I'm pretty sure that if I went for a touch and go PR, I would get more than my current PR. But to be honest, I'm not interested in a touch and go PR because obviously you can't touch and go in a competition, so it means nothing. That was some pretty speedy reactions by the spotter there. Excellent work. What I tend to do is I say, give me a lift off, and then just step back and let me have it. And then if I give you a shout or I start screaming or crying, then obviously come in and assist me with the lift. But if it is a single, then I'll tell them not to touch it at all, because like I said before, I would rather fail it than have someone help me, because that's getting me nowhere. Right, I then basically just pyramided down. So that first set you saw there was 331 pounds. Next set 309 pounds, which is 140 kilos. Here is 298 pounds, 135 kilos. And I basically, obviously, as the weight went down, the reps increased, although not as much as I would like. I do find that I fatigue pretty quickly. So, you know, on a few occasions, like here, for example, I felt like I was good for maybe 6 or 7. I think in the end I only got 4 or 5, can't even remember. Looking at my form there, I'm really, really pleased. Although my elbow's still possibly slightly more flared than I would like, particularly as the rep kind of gets towards its finish. I'm still pretty happy. I feel like I'm tucking them in a bit more. Again, I think that's linked to my shoulders. Bizarrely enough, when my shoulders are not feeling great, I feel like I have to flare my elbows more to protect them, which obviously doesn't really make much sense biomechanically speaking, but it's just the way it is. But yeah, at this moment in time, they're feeling really good, so it allows me to get my elbows kind of tighter in, and that in turn makes me feel a lot more stable and just generally much stronger. So bench press as a whole is looking really, really good now, and I'm pretty friggin' pleased with the way things are going. I will retest at the end of this cycle just out of interest. I mean, even if I don't PR, I'm not really fussed because I've already hit my year target, but obviously it will be nice, and I feel like there's definitely potential for that to happen. Okay, accessory work wise, I kind of focused on shoulders here. So I did some dumbbell seated shoulder press, 3 sets of, I think 10 down to about 8, trying to go really heavy because I don't feel like my shoulders are pathetically weak. I actually did an equivalency test recently, and I have the shoulder strength, the overhead strength of a 7-year-old girl. So obviously that is an area I need to address. On that topic, I then did some lateral dumbbell raises, 3 sets of about 12-ish. As with the dumbbell chest flies, I feel like with these I need to keep the weight pretty low because otherwise I end up cheating and I don't hit my side delts as much as I would like, so that's why the weight is relatively light here. And then to finish my session, I did some overhead barbell tricep extensions. I'm a big fan of these, with a little bit of shoulder extension, extension I think, just to kind of completely fully hit all 3 heads of the triceps. I went fairly heavy here, just trying to obviously finish off by hitting my triceps. And that, my friends, was my session, and that was my week. So pretty decent week of bench press. I'm fairly happy with that. I'm only doing 2 sessions this week because of time restrictions. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, as always, and I will see you tomorrow.